Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. Here's a headline from You Today, which was published today. XRP can start alt season. Here's how. Now, I find this to be a very interesting topic, and I was literally talking about this just the other day, and I find it to be completely plausible. I don't know that it's going to. I don't think anybody can know for sure. The period in time we're going through with the regulatory uncertainty, it's an unprecedented area. There is no additional historic context for something quite like this, so nobody quite knows for sure. And on a global scale, it actually does matter. I mean, you can laugh, look at the Americans, and they believe that the impact in the SECV Ripple case from their single jurisdiction there as a nation, that's going to have global implications. Well, you can laugh about that, but it will. And the reason that it will is because the United States is just an economic powerhouse, ruling the world in that front. I understand it's competition, but more importantly than that is the fact that the United States has complete and utter control over the United States dollar, and all of this is completely intertwined. If it weren't for the fact that this decision is being made in the United States, where there's economic impact and where the United States controls the United States dollar, then it wouldn't matter. That's why if this exact argument were playing out in pick your country, pick any other country, it wouldn't be having this type of impact. That's just how it is. So all that to say, this is completely unprecedented. We're going to find out very soon. But the idea of all of crypto, all altcoins, having an alt season as a result of a positive ruling in the SECV Ripple case, which is what they're talking about here, not exactly crazy. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this, XRP is at 54 cents. You got Bitcoin at $28,600. Market cap for the asset class back over 1.2 trillion. Bitcoin dominance at 45.53%. So for the last 24, actually maybe even closer to 48 hours, there hasn't been a lot of crazy activity. Here you have the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 63 out of 100. Updates once every 24 hours. The next time it updates is another 26 minutes from now, but wouldn't be surprised if it's hanging around there or slightly lower or slightly higher. I did want to briefly mention this. This is also a headline from You Today. XRP rival narrows gap in price action as Stellar XLM up 20% in 5 days. Now, admittedly, I hadn't been looking at Stellar. There are times when it moves in tandem with XRP, and I've talked about that a handful of times over the years. Although I hold XLM and I'm optimistic for it, I've been holding it since 2017. I just didn't even I don't think about it that frequently. I don't think about most of my individual cryptos that frequently. I hold about 30 different coins. But I just thought I'd at least mention it. It's up 26% in the last 7 days. So while XRP's been going on a notable run, XRP's been to a degree moving in tandem, which is just kind of fascinating to see. And again, whether it makes sense or not, markets at times over the years have absolutely treated, the speculators have treated XRP and Stellar similarly. Not that it's, some sort of perfect correlation at all times, but sometimes you're just like, okay, that cannot just be a coincidence, right? And I certainly don't think that it is here. But more importantly, when it comes to altcoins in general, and I don't know if this is going to happen. Nobody knows for sure because we're in uncharted waters here. But if we really do get a positive ruling for XRP, even if Ripple technically loses on any number of counts in the SECV Ripple case, as long as there's clarity for XRP, I think markets are going to chalk that up to a major win. And I think XRP is going to absolutely run ballistically. Wouldn't be surprised to see it run up very high in short order. I don't make price predictions. I'm not going to. I don't know where the price is going to go. But wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Wouldn't be surprised if it does result in a new all-time high, given that we're kind of getting out of bearish territory for most of this year. It's not like we're at the, in the second or third quarter of 2022, reaching bottom territory. We're already out of the bottom territory. So this would not be the worst time for news like that to drop ultimately. But it does come down to that. And look, my gut is, and I mentioned part of this the other day, my suspicion is there probably will be a lot of positivity and jubilation, for all sorts of altcoin holders, even those not holding XRP. But I think that the lion's share of activity, it's going to go directly to XRP, as it should, frankly, because XRP will be the only coin that at that point actually has legal clarity. All the other coins, pick any large cap coin or pick your coin in general. It doesn't matter. Even if people get excited about, okay, well, mine will probably find too. I could see some of that sentiment perhaps occurring. But you don't have that clarity. XRP holders, we're the ones that already had to go through this BS nonsense over 2 years at this damn point. And that's why we're ahead of all the other coins here. Everybody in this community, everybody that holds XRP, we're way ahead. If your coin gets attacked by the SEC, good luck. You got another few years of struggle ahead of you. We're almost out of this damn thing. And I think for better at the end. It's not a guarantee. We could get some terrible news, but I'm very optimistic that it's going to be the positive. And so part of what they covered in this article, and this is the part I wanted to highlight, there's this Twitter account, I guess called Kaiko, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and they were highlighting XRP Perpetual Futures Open Interest, and they wrote, XRP Perpetual Futures Open Interest more than doubled this week on bets that a possible victory in Ripple's lawsuit against the US SEC will trigger an alt season. And so that's what I've been saying for the longest time. There are all sorts of dynamics, and I broke it down in greater detail in a video just the other day, so I don't want to rehash all that. But the strong suspicion that this is what's driving this, I think people are right. I do think it's the obvious answer, but in this case, I think the obvious answer is the correct answer. And we're in store for some serious fireworks the day this news breaks, as long as it's positive, which I'm optimistic for. So, well, actually, fireworks either way, because even if it's bad news, you're gonna have, well, the opposite. It wouldn't be fireworks, but you're gonna see a dramatic move. I mean, if you want to call that fireworks, I guess negative fireworks, but you'd be seeing a pretty substantial move to the downside here. And then I also wanted to highlight this because, and I got some new information for you from my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie. She shared on Twitter here, but it's on a topic I literally was talking about just yesterday, yet again. So I wanted to highlight this. So there happened to be this article covering today, what I covered yesterday. The headline was from you today, XRP price peaks against KRW. Dominance on Korean exchanges at turning point. And I was literally just talking about this in a video yesterday, but there's some additional really interesting facts shared by my fellow XRP YouTuber, Crypto Eddie. And I just noted, for those of you that missed it, I'll just mention that I was aware of there being enormous appreciation and exuberance about XRP, specifically back in 2017. I don't know when it started. Maybe it goes back before that, before I was even in crypto, because I jumped into crypto in November 2017. But there's just extreme exuberance, ton of volume. I couldn't remember all the numbers, but it looks like that exuberance is not just there still, as I mentioned in a video yesterday. It looks like it's increasing. And check this out. So Crypto Eddie this morning tweeted out, on December 17th, 2017, XRP surged 89% in one day, with volume from South Korea representing more than 40%. Folks, that is intense. Whatever the reasons are, in South Korea, there's intense fascination, appreciation, excitement around XRP specifically. 40% of the volume, 40% of the volume on that day came from South Korea specifically. I love that. It's true global interest, and for some reason specifically in South Korea. And again, just appreciate the fact that in that one single day, XRP jumped 89%. Can you imagine? Because that's almost doubling. Can you imagine XRP? You wake up tomorrow and it's almost double what it was when you went to sleep. Because that's the type of reality that, like, I was there for that. I remember that happening. It was exciting. And I didn't hold a ton of XRP at the time. I had just gotten into crypto. I was still learning, so I wasn't going to put in a crazy amount of money anyway. And it was honestly pretty difficult to get money into the space back then. Between just the actual, rails to get money in, that in conjunction with cryptocurrency exchanges not accepting new customers because the unexpected inflow of new customers, it was a whole thing. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're in crypto in 2017. But I wanted to highlight that also because this idea, it's easy to feel in the doldrums or feel down when XRP does what it does, in terms of mostly sideways price action for a long time. And it's nice that we've gotten some excitement recently, in recent weeks. But, this is how it's historically always behaved. And yeah, you get a little bit of artificial price suppression thanks to the SEC. But what I'm saying is, when it goes, it goes. When XRP goes, it really goes. It can feel like it's doing nothing, but then suddenly it's doing something. It happens very fast. And so the fact that for most of the time you're holding XRP, it's not exciting, or you're feeling kind of bored with it, or maybe it's not doing much. If you're feeling like that anyway, I don't feel like that, but I know a lot of people do. if you feel like that, that's normal. When it goes, again, it really goes. It can happen that fast. And so that's the reason I'm extra excited. I'm more excited now than I normally am, because I know that we're at the end of the SEC v. Ripple case for sure. We are at I don't know when that news is going to drop. We were hoping it was going to drop today. It didn't. But we're at the tail end of this thing. And when that happens, when we get the positive news, which is what I think is most probable anyway, at least for XRP, even if Ripple loses on any count, that's when this thing's really going to go. So, wow. And then Crypto Eddie wrote, today, South Korea is 14th in Asia population, ranking 51 million, and driving 21% of volume slash won XRP. And so then she notes that, when you're talking about fiat currency, that typically means new money. So there's a lot of new money flowing into XRP. And this also, just backs this concept of people really anticipating a big win for XRP holders specifically. Whether they or not they're as confident in Ripple specifically and anything that may come down on them, I don't know. But look, if you really look at the screen, do you see where my mouse is circling? Judge Torres is trending. Not XRP. XRP was trending recently. Judge Torres, now, okay, it went away now. It went to the bottom. Okay, there it is. It moved down for whatever reason, right as I was doing that. Judge Torres is trending on Twitter. When was the last time you saw a freaking judge trend on social media? Like, I don't know if that's ever happened before. Maybe it has. I personally haven't seen it. Sure as hell not in crypto. This is a big deal. People know it, and the money's flowing in. This is an incredibly exciting time, and it's, to be an XRP, reasonable to be at least a little bit nervous. I'm slightly, there's a little bit of me that's afraid, perhaps we do get a terrible ruling, but I'm mostly really, truly optimistic. So we'll see what happens here. But you know what? We all in this together. We're going to find out. And even in the worst case scenario, we'll just hang together. We'll get through this. There will be another court decision because obviously there would be an appeal. And if this damn thing has to go to the Supreme Court, you better just believe that Moon Family Sedan is going to be here for it. I ain't going anywhere. I'm not going to get bullied out of my XRP or any crypto position because of tyrannical government from Kim Jong-un's. No, absolutely not. I am not going to fall victim to that. I'm going to continue to push forward. But again, I don't think it's coming to that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.